Okay, so for this problem here, you guys are writing a molecular equation, and then you also have to do a net ionic equation. So let's go ahead and do the molecular first, which will help us do the net ionic. These on the left side that are given to you, these are both going to be aqueous because they're both in solutions. And I'm trying to figure out what my products are going to be when I combine these two solutions. And the easiest way you guys want to do this is split up the ions first. So I have barium, and if you look on the periodic table, you know that's 2 plus. Bromine is -1. Sodium is +1. And sulfate, SO4, is -2. Okay? And to predict what the products are going to be in this double replacement reaction, we're going to just do the insides and the outsides, and you switch, drop, and reduce it. So let's do the outsides first. I have barium 2 plus and I have sulfate 2 minus. I know that positive has to come first, so it's going to be barium, SO4, sulfate. And I know that they're going to just cancel out the 2 plus and the 2 minus there. And for the other product, it's going to be sodium bromide, NaBr. Same as the last, +1, -1, switch, drop, and reduce, they cancel out. Okay. And you also want to figure out the phases here, and you figure out the phase for this looking at your solubility charts. It's either going to be aqueous AQ or it's going to be a solid. If you look at your chart, you're going to see that barium sulfate forms a solid, and then sodium bromide is aqueous here. Okay. And the last part of this molecular equation, we're going to balance this out. One barium here. I have 2 bromines, so I need, 2 right here. The barium was right there earlier. So I have 2 sodiums on the right side, I have 2 sodiums on the right side, 1 sulfate, 1 sulfate. So this is your balanced molecular equation, this top part that we just did. Now, let's go ahead and come up with our net ionic equation. And the net ionic is just a step more from what you've already done. It's pretty simple. You're going to look for the one that formed a solid. And remember, for acid-base reactions, it's not going to be a solid, but it'll be water as a liquid that'll be your product. So I just showed that on the right-hand side. I have barium sulfate here. That was a solid. Okay. And then the ions are going to go right over on the left-hand side. And when I say ions, I'm not just going to stick anything or all 4 of them here. I'm going to pick the 2 that created barium sulfate. So I had Ba2 plus and I had SO4 -2. Okay, these are both going to be aqueous on the left side because it was in a solution. You want to balance it. I have 1 barium, 1 barium, 1 sulfate, 1 sulfate. And this right here would become your net ionic equation. And you're good to go.